What is going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of this Backyard Baseball season. In this episode, we are going to be going through and taking on the Bombers. We're 3-0 after a very exciting 1-0 win in extra innings against the Giants. Again, Jocinda Smith really being league MVP on that one. We're 3-0 going into this ball game, like I said, and the Bombers are coming in at 1-2. So we got a little bit of a lead on them in the standings. And I am going to go ahead and take off the color commentary and play-by-play commentary while leaving the music and ambient sound on, just to change things up a little bit for this episode. Also, I did see in the comments that we need to make some changes defensively, and that is going to be moving Stephanie Morgan to shortstop, and moving Tony from second base to right field, and moving Achmad from right field into play first base. I saw that somebody mentioned that Stephanie is better at shortstop, Tony's better in the outfield, so that's what we're going to go with today. Lineup is going to stay the same, however. And again, another comment mentioned that it was a cigarette in Tony's mouth. It is not. It is just a cherry lollipop. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the first. In the top of the first, we have Kenny Kawaguchi, our pitcher, hitting .642 on the young season. And with the first pitch, swung on a miss for strike one. Again, .642 is Kenny. He's our pitcher. He's been amazing. And swung on a miss for strike two. Quickly 0-2. And for our leadoff hitter is not looking great. And he swings early and misses for strike three. 3 straight pitches from Nancy Chen and 1 quick out. I am going to go with our backup plan of putting down a bunt for Pete. That is going to be low for ball 1. And just rely on Pete's speed here, especially after Kenny goes down on 3 straight pitches. We get the bunt down, but it's right at the pitcher, and she throws Pete out in time, and it's quickly 2 down. Nobody on. Stephanie Morgan up to bat, and she fouls the first pitch away. Again, something that she's not used to doing because normally she at least has Pete on. Swung on a miss is Stephanie's strike 2. Stephanie is a .538 hitter in the 3-hole. And she swung on and missed to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down with 2 punch-outs for the Bombers. Here comes Kenny's first pitch of the afternoon. Swung on miss for strike 1. Again, Kenny is our best pitcher. We're going to go with a slow ball here. And it's caught the corner for strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Fernando Diaz, the right fielder for the Bombers, hitting .222. That one is swung on, put in play. 1 hopper by Stephanie, gets it over to Achmad in time for out number 1. And just like that, Nancy Chen, the pitcher, hitting .111. And puts this one in play, so the battle of the pitchers evens out as Pete throws out Nancy. And quickly 2 down for the Bombers. Nate Kowalski now up, hitting .250. First pitch, left hook, was strike 1. Not wanting the right hook, not wanting the heat, not wanting the slow ball, but wanting to go back to that left hook. That one's high and away for ball 1. Count 1-1 with 2 down, bottom of the first. No score. 1-1. Ball is put in play. Pete grabs it, throws it to Achmad in time for the out. Both teams go 3 up, 3 down. No hits across the board. Up now for the Monsters is Pablo Sanchez. Nancy on the 9th pitch. Pablo swung on and missed for strike 1. She's out-dueling Kenny just because she has 2 strikeouts on 9 pitches. Pablo's second strike now, down 0-2 quickly. A 583 hitter and relying on the homer. That one's a chopper put into play. And Nancy slips, and Pablo's going to be safe. So the Monsters have their first base runner. And here comes Keisha Phillips up to bat. A 500 hitter for the young season. And we're going to put Pablo in motion here. Because we treat him like we treat Pete here. Keisha's swung on a miss, and that ball's going to go into center field. Pablo is going to stay at second, however. Now we got runner in scoring position. Nobody out here, top of the second. One strike, top second. Runner on second. And Keisha swings on a miss for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Keisha fouls it away. And again, 0-2. Runner on second, top of the second inning. The 0-2. Fouled away again. Keisha's really battling here early in the game. The third 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. And down goes Keisha. Now we have Achmad, a 416 hitter. Swung early for strike 1. But again, when I made the lineup, I made it for 4-5-6 to be power. Achmad puts a charge into this one. And it's going to get down. Pablo going to third. Achmad heading to second. And then Achmad stays at first. Thought better of it, but the Monsters have runner on the corners with only one out for Tony DeVecchio, the now right fielder. Again, 272. We're going to put Achmad in motion. Ball is put in play, so we at least get out of the... No. Tony's going to be safe, and Pablo's going to sneak in and score. 1-0 Monsters off of a botched double play. We put Achmad in motion to try to break up the double play. We did so, but not for the reason we thought. Tony's standing on first with 2 down. Here's Jocinda. Strike 1 swinging. And she's feeling herself after being the only offense the Monsters were able to produce against the Giants. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That ball is put into play, but right at the third baseman, she muffs it. Shortstop picks it up and throws it to second in time. But the Monsters get on board on 3 hits. The Bombers can commit 2 errors. And just like that, it's 1-0 heading to the bottom of the second. Here comes Kenny. First pitch swinging by Molly May. A 285 hitter for the Bombers. Here comes Kenny's second pitch. And it's quickly 0-2 on May. The center fielder. Sees an 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. And just like that, Kenny has his first strikeout of the game. Now, Wally Evans, the second baseman, hitting 250. Swung early and missed for strike 1. Down by 1. Here comes the 0-1. And that's low, evens the count at 1-1. With 1 out, nobody on for the Bombers. Bottom of the second. And now it's quickly 2-1 as Kawaguchi couldn't get that one in there. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. 2-2. And Evans puts the ball in play on a bunt. Kenny picks it up, throws it to Achmad in time for out number 2. Risky play with 2 strikes, but he's able to get the bunt down, but not successfully. Here's Holly Franklin, the 375 catcher for the Bombers, swinging and missing for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Quickly 0-2. Bottom 2, down 0-1. And Franklin strikes out swinging. Kenny Kawaguchi gets his second strikeout on 18 pitches. No hits for the Bombers after 2. Here come the Monsters now with 9-1-2 for the batting order. Ball 1 is on Amir Khan. He's hitting 600 in the 9 hole. The 1-0 spitball is put into play and gets the left fielder knocked down, and he is going to have a runner on first. See what we get for a power up off of that. Ooh, we get the aluminum power bat. I'm going to save that for when we need it. As Kenny fouls that one away, he's now a 600 hitter. As Nancy Chin has 3 strikeouts, one of them being Kenny in the top of the first. Here's the 0-1, and now it's quickly 0-2. Pitcher on pitcher. Let's see who comes out victorious on this battle. The 0-2. Put into play, and it is going to be 1 and 2, a twin killing. So even though he didn't strike out, I still got to go with the winner being Nancy Chan there. Pete put the first pitch into play, but it's caught. And just like that, the Monsters go 1-2-3 off of a hit. Veronica Lee, the third baseman for the Bombers, without a hit in the season. Bottom of the third, no 1 strike on her. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Quickly 0-2. And Kawaguchi looking for his third strikeout of the day. Not going to get it. Lee is going to bring it to Keisha, and she can't handle it. Lee going to try for 2. And going to be there in time. We're going to try to cheese it. Achmad not paying attention. Off of this play. She's rounding third and heading home. Trying for the inside Parker. Literally, home run falls down and is out. Again, I think that should count as a hit. Let's see if the official score will do so. 1 out. Nobody on, even though she had a double staring at her. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 2. 0-2, 1 out. Down by 1 are the Bombers. Bottom of the third. Swung on a miss for strike 3 is Miko Adachi. And now Murray Goldman, another 285 hitter, puts a charge into this one, and this is going to tie the ball game at 1. Murray Goldman for the Bombers with 2 outs. In the bottom of the third, we get tied up here. And that is only the second earned run that Kenny has given up in the season. As Murray touches now we're up back to the top of the order with Fernando Diaz. 0 for 1, the 200 hitter steps up. First pitch is called a strike at this new tied game. And Kenny's going to go with the fire pitch and going to be called strike 2. 2 down. Tied at 1, bottom of the third. The 0-2. High and away for ball 1. Going to be interesting now. And Fernando Diaz takes strike 3 looking. But it's all tied up. At 1. Top of the fourth now. Getting late. Are we going to have a second extra inning game here? Here comes the 0-1 from Nancy Chin. Morgan puts the ball in play right to the third baseman and is going to be out. So, Pablo, with one of the only hits on the day, steps up here. 6-15 hitter. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2 as Pablo looked at strike 2. Here comes the 0-2. Ball is put into play and gonna get down and roll to the wall. Pablo rounding first, heading for second, going to get there and stay there as with one out, runner on second, we have Keisha Phillips step up to bat. Now, normally this is where I would use the aluminum power, but I trust Keisha's natural powers. That ball's put into play, but the left fielder is right there, and Pablo is safely back to second. He thought about going for third, but not able to. Here's Ahmad Kahn. He's 1 for 1 today. He puts a charge into it. Deep left field. Goodbye, baseball. And just like that, the tie is broken. And it is now 3-1 in favor of the Monsters. Top of the fourth. Still 2 down. Delvecchio up to bat, and he takes strike 1 looking. Here's the 0-1. Outs are inside, and it's 1-1. 333 hitter is Delvecchio. Swung and missed, and now it's 1-2. Monsters looking for a big inning, already have 2 on the board. Tony puts a charge into this one. It's a high, but the shortstop is camped underneath it, and it is going to be the third out. Get 2 runs off of it, though, and it is 3-1 at the bottom of the fourth as we hit Nancy Chin 0 for 1 on the day, with now being a 100 hitter on the season. 1 is fouled away. Kenny is at 31 pitches with 4 strikeouts, no walks. He's looking for strikeout number 5. And that one's called high, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fireball, and it's called outside. And now the count is even at 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped up and foul out of play. Count holds at 2. 2-2 again. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Kenny gets his 5th punch out on the season. And I believe that's a season high. Nate Kowalski up to bat now. Swings at strike 1. The 0-1 swung and missed for strike 2. And Kenny's looking to go strikeout here, and he will. So 6 strikeouts, 38 pitches, and we're going to use that more juice here now on Kenny. Molly May, 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Swung and missed. Now it's 0-2 with 2 down. In the bottom of the fourth with the Monsters leading 3-1. Here comes the 0-2. Another risky bunt play. Amir from his catcher's position to his brother for out number 3. And just like that, a 1-2-3 inning for Kenny. I think he needed it after the home run he gave up last inning. Here's Jocinda. Swung and missed for strike 1. 0 for 1 on the day. 500 on the season, however. Here's the 0-1 put into play, but with her speed, this should be an out. Pitcher gathers it up, throws it to first. Not the error, and then getting the ball back and still having enough time to put her out. So Jacinda grounds out 1-3. Amir swung and missed for strike 1. He's now batting .636 after his single for the day. Count is now not up at 1-1 after that ball was low and in. Nancy Chin's at 43 pitches, as that one was strike 2 on Amir. Here comes the 1-2. Amir puts this ball into play, but right at the second baseman, and we have 2 down quickly. Kenny 0 for 2, 562 hitter with a strikeout. Nancy's pitch is in there for strike one. Really nothing Kenny can do with that pitch. It's inside. And he really can't do anything with it. Swung early on that one, and it is quickly 0-2. You know, for somebody who loves that slow pitch himself, he can't get to it. He puts this one into play, and the third baseman mishandles it, and he should be safe. He is. So he gets a hit, or are they going to call that an error? At any rate, Pete Wheeler, 0 for 2, is up to bat now. We're going to put Kenny in motion. Pete's going to pop this ball up. Gonna get down, and everybody is safe. We knew Pete was going to be safe because he busted like a bat out of heck. And Kenny's able to get there because we put him in motion. Now, 2 on, nobody, or 2 down, 2 on, 2 out. With Stephanie up to bat, fouls the first one away. Stephanie Morgan 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. 466 hitter on the year. That one's fouled away. Now quickly 0-2. Top of the 5th inning. The Monsters have runners in scoring position. The 0-2. Morgan puts this ball into play. Into the 5.5 hole. And everybody is safe. Close play at third, but everybody is safe. And the bases are loaded for none other than Pablo Sanchez. And you best believe we're going to hit that aluminum power bat right now. And just like that, I think it would have been gone either way. But Pablo, grand slam. And this game is busted wide open now. It's going to be 7-1 with Pablo Sanchez hitting a home run. 7-1, we still have the aluminum power. Let's see what Keisha can do without the power-up. Swung and missed for strike one. Still 2 down, now 7-1 after the grand slam by Sanchez. Swung and missed for strike 2, and now Murray Goldman is going to be the pitcher. 0-2 on Phillips. And she swung on and missed for strike 3. But we get 4 across the board, and now it is 7-1 in favor of the Monsters, bottom of the 5th inning. Wally Evans fouls the ball away, and it's 0-1. Kenny has 6 strikeouts to his name. Wally Evans swings and misses for strike 2. Not wanting the spitball, not wanting the big freeze, not wanting the corkscrew. He has 10 pitches to go off of now. Going for the zigzag, and it's strike 3. Swung and missed. Now with 7 strikeouts on 44 pitches. Here's Holly Franklin, the catcher. 0 for 1 today, 333 overall. Again, has 9 pitches to his name, is Kenny. Trying to find the one he wants. Swung on a miss for strike 2. 0-2. Kenny's looking for strikeout number 8 on the year. Or on the day. Here comes the hook. Ground ball back to the pitcher, and it's going to be out number 2. Kenny to Achmad put out. Veronica leads, so they did not give her credit for the double. Which, again, I think is wrong. She's going to lace that right to Jocinda for the 3rd out. And now, Ahmed Kahn stepping up to play. You know, even though he's had 1 home run today, why not guarantee a second one? As that one's going to be low for ball 1. Ahmed, a 500 hitter after going 2 for 2 today so far. And then we change our mind. We're going to go for natural power. And that's in there for strike 1. Top half of the 6th inning. Up 6 are the Monsters. Here's the 1-1. Swung and missed for strike 2. I know why we're doing this. We don't want to waste a power-up swing and miss. And Achmad goes down swinging to end his day more than likely. Here's Tony. He's 1 for 2. Spitball is fouled away. A 307 hitter now, and again, anything with one hit is going to improve some of these kids' batting averages that are in the lower half of the batting order. Quickly 0-2 on Delvecchio, though. The corkscrew got him. Strike 3 swinging. And here's Jocinda. 0 for 2 today. 2 outs. No hits on the inning. Top of the 6th, Jocinda Smith up to bat. And it's quickly 2-0. Murray Goldman, good in relief. 3 strikeouts off of 10 pitches. Here's pitch number 11. And Jocinda swung on and missed on the power-up, but luckily we still have it. Here's the 2-1. And goodbye, baseball. Like I said, that is gone for a home run, 8-1. And yeah, we finally lose the power-up. Amir steps up to plate. First pitch swinging. Right where the shift was, and he's going to be out number 3. But we get a run across off of the power-up home run. 8-1 the score. Miko Adachi up to bat now. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Fouls it away, and it's quickly 0-2. Bottom of the 6th inning, and the Bombers need a miracle. Here comes the 0-2. Ball is put into play. Stephanie to Achmad for out number 1. Murray Goldman is the only one with the run across, and that's back in the 3rd inning when he tied it up back at 1. Since then, 7 straight runs for the Monsters, as that ball is to Jocinda for out number 2. And Fernando Diaz, the last hope for the Bombers. That one is fouled away, straight back. 181 hitter is Diaz. Here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 on the fireball pitch. Kenny looking for the 8th strikeout. He's going to go with the heater. Fouled away, and it still holds at 0-2. Not really worried about his juice here. And here comes the hook. Ball 1. 1-2. 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. Fireball. See you later. Strike 3. And the Monsters are going to pick up win number 4 on the season. And let's go ahead and look at the stats. Kenny was 1 for 3. He had a great day on the bump, not so much at the plate. Pete was 1 for 3. Stephanie was 1 for 3. Pablo was 3 for 3. Keisha 0 for 3. Achmad 2 for 3. Tony, Jocinda, and Amir each 1 for 3. So, I mean, really a lot of 1 for 3s. Only Achmad and Pablo with multi-hit games, and each of them had a home run. Jocinda also had a home run here. Around the league, the Wombats beat the Rockets 7-5. The Giants come back and win 2-0 over the Hornets. And the Melonheads beat the Sox, or lose to... That's going to do it for this week's episode. We are 4-0 on the year, and we're going to be taking on the 1-3 White Sox in the next episode.